Gentlemen, welcome back. It's our week 5 recap. I'm your host, Tom Ace Rothstein, owner of the Tangiers Casino and the Tangiers Fantasy Baseball Team. Exciting week last week. I pulled through, got a W after getting negative points from my starting pitching staff. Really bad week starting pitching-wise for me. I need some help, guys. I got the hitters. I'm going to go back here to our Ohtani counter. Ohtani had a very good week last week, not for nothing. Didn't hit any home runs, but he was hitting well, and he pitched a real good game on Sunday. He did, unfortunately, give up a home run on Sunday. So that total brings him to 4 home runs for, and 4 home runs against. He's getting a little close. Good thing is, he's playing in Colorado these next 3 days. I think he's gonna have at least a home run there. Everyone hits home runs there. Mike Hampton had like 8 in a year there. Going straight into the matchups now. I'm going to start with my matchup with Adam Hoyt versus the Tangiers. I crushed him. Absolutely crushed him. The only thing I could safely say is I don't have any good starting pitching. Maybe Nola, that's about it. Everyone else is just trash right now. Carrasco's been a little banged up. Really bad 2 starts he's just had. But looking at Adam's team, led by Eric Hosmer, 53 points, probably the most quiet 53 points I've ever seen. Didn't even think this guy was killing me that bad during the week. What did he do? Well, he had a lot of games where he just had 10 points, just hit a home run. 3 dingers on the week, 8 for 22, 8 RBIs. He tripled. The 2 guys that I hate though are Charlie M, and Jake Jr. Both had incredible weeks for him. 47 points, 43 points respectively. Charlie Morton looks like the real deal, in my opinion. I think he's probably a top 20 guy right now. They're loading the balls up with something in Houston. We all know this. They're juicing the balls. They're using a saw on the sides of the balls. They're doing something here. There's no way all these guys just go to Houston and they become the best pitchers of all time. It doesn't happen like that. Either their pitching coach is the best pitching coach ever, or they're cheating, and I think they're cheating. Pujols with 34, Yomer Sanchez with 33, Mauer with 29. No big numbers really. Besides those top 3 guys I talked about. I'm gonna finally start talking about my team a little bit because I've had enough. Okay, I never talk about my team. My team I have the most points for. I'm crushing every single week. I'm unlucky. Jose Ramirez finally comes out of his season-long slump 2 weeks ago. He has 64 points again this week. He had about 64 points the last week, too. Nomar Mazara is on absolute fucking fire right now. He's homered in 5 straight games. He is fucking crushing. Shohei Ohtani, like I said, it wasn't really a loud week for him. He didn't hit a home run. He still wound up with 46 points. And that's just because he pitches and he hits. It's going to be real big when he has a 25-point start and he hits in 3-4 games. You're going to add those 2 numbers together. You're going to get 40 points almost every time with him. Votto with another 35. First 3 weeks of the season, he's probably had about 57 points, and the last 2 weeks he has over 100. So, Joey Votto's the man. Whoever wants him, I want a top 10 pitcher. He's a top 10 bat. He was drafted about 11th or 12th overall. He's basically a first-round pick, second-round pick. That's what I want for him. That's what I want for all my guys. All my guys, I just want equal value. I'll go 1 for 1. 2 for 2, 1 for 1, 2 for 2. I'm not doing a dumb 2 for 1 where I'm giving up Votto for a middling starting pitcher and a middling bat. I'm not doing that. These guys are studs. They need to be traded for studs. So basically, I would trade Votto for the worst, probably like a top 12 in my eyes, starting pitcher. I don't know. Looking at like Garrett Cole, he's probably like in that range. Probably like top 12 to... He's probably more towards the top 10, but a guy like that, I would trade for Votto. Other starting pitching, too. I can't think of off the top of my head, but he was number 1 because I really want it. And he's cheating, and until you get caught, you're not cheating, so... But he is cheating. Who else? Freddie Freeman is raking. He puts up 30 points every single week. He's the most steady player on my team. Nola, another steady guy. Altuve is the one guy who has yet to really break out for me, and I think you guys are going to be in trouble once he does, because he's probably the best second baseman in the league, and he's 5'5", and he's going to bat about 350 for the year. So the power is way down though. His slugging is way down. I don't think that really means anything. He still bats high in a really good lineup. He's going to see a lot of opportunities to drive and runs. He's going to get driven in a lot himself. Probably 100 runs scored. Maybe 80 RBIs, 90 RBIs. He's only in that two hole. Springer's either on base or he fucking hits a blast. I feel like every time Altuve comes up, Springer's off the base because he just hit a home run. Fucking guy. Clevenger, real good start against the Yankees. Goes 6 2/3. Pitches a fucking gem. No. What did he do, Clevenger? Oh, I didn't wind up starting him. Oh my god, I only started on one game. I didn't start him on Sunday because I figured he's facing the Yankees. But that game against the Yankees, he had 32 points. He had 10 strikeouts. Clevenger's a man, too. That's another guy I wouldn't mind trading. But I'll trade him and Votto for a super race. You know what I'm saying? Super races. Whoever got a super race, let me know. There's 4 super races. Kershaw's one of them still. Yeah. Adam, your team is really hoiting right now. Put it that way. Dropping Keuchel killed you. Dropping Hendricks hurt you even more. You add those players to your team, you have a really good team. You hold on to those guys, you have a really good team. Just because your pitching would be really, really fucking good. Looking at like Hendricks pitched last night. Today's Tuesday. Hendricks pitched last night. He probably only had like 25 points. He didn't have a lot of strikeouts. He pitched a real good game though. His ERA is under 3. He's on a good team in Chicago. He's going to win a lot of games. He's going to be able to go deep in a lot of games because Joe Maddon always trusts his starters. And then like Keuchel pitches a fucking gem last night. I don't even know. They won like 15-2. I know he got the W. Let's see what he wound up doing last night, Keuchel. 16-2 they win. And Keuchel goes 8 innings and gives up 1 run. Yeah. So Dallas Keuchel, he brought his ERA down to 3.5, bringing his whip down even more. He's evening out again, as they say. He's got a 1.18 whip, which is pretty good. High-end starters usually have about a 1.1 to 0.98. He's right in that vicinity, and I think he still is a high-end starter. He's still a top 20 guy right now, top 25, top 30 guy. Always in that range for him, depending on his starts. But he is that type of guy that could go those long innings for you, 7, 8, 9 inning games. Get those complete games. Get those complete game shutouts. I know his strikeout numbers are limited because he really doesn't strike out too many guys. But he's on a cheating team in the Astros, and they're doing something to the balls. So maybe he's not striking out guys. He wants to hit more bats, and he wants guys to put the ball in play because he is one of the best shortstops in the game, and the fucking best guy, one of the best guys at the fucking Keystone at fucking Altuve. But yeah, Adam, those 2 drops were real big for you. I'm always gonna bring up those 2 drops. But Gleyber is the fucking man. Walk-off home run on Sunday. Blast. He went Blacata. Fucking absolute blast, Gleyber. I really wish I had him. I really wish this was a keeper league because I really wish you could keep him because that would be really big for you. Just because right now, I mean, your team doesn't look like a playoff team in my eyes. I think you're in last place. You could anything changes though. You see these guys get called up. You pick up a Gleyber, you pick up a pitcher who gets called up, you pick up another bat who gets called up, and your team out of nowhere it just becomes unbelievable. It happens. I've seen it happen before. Keep at it. Keep managing. Make a trade or 2. Steal players from Gordo like he's stolen from you. Next matchup, the Carpenters versus Lindor Truffle. Pete stays in first place. He stays undefeated. He stays winning. That's what he does. Off week for him this week, but still winds up winning the game. Plays a little bit of weaker opponent. Patty 1-3. He's tied. Well, 1-4 now, right? 1-4. Tied for last place with the Whitelocks and Jay. But we knew the Whitelocks were gonna not start off hot because, like I said, they were incredibly hurt when they drafted their team. They just drafted 8 guys on the DL. Nonetheless, Petey, your hitters stay hitting. That's what they do. You got the Carpenters. They're fucking hammering the ball right now. Corey Dickerson, 53 points. He's the 7th best outfielder right now. He's averaging 6 points a game. Didn't think he would be this good. Thought he would have been like a 4.5 guy, maybe a 5. 6.1 is a lot of points, especially this late in the year. Bryce Harper with 52. He's averaging 6.2 points as well. Michael Brantley, 41. Brantley starts the season on the DL. Everyone forgets about him. Pete drafts him with the last pick of the draft. Puts him on the DL, start the year. Comes back in. He's like the 4 or 5 hitter for that team. Driving in runs. Really doesn't have the pop he used to have. Still seeing him hitting about 10, 15 home runs. Nothing crazy. But he's in a good lineup. Good opportunities in that 4 spot. He's going to see a lot of playing time. Could hit lefties, so he's fine. Devers with 32 after starting off extremely slow. 8th best third baseman right now. Only batting .260 but averaging 4.5 points. It's pretty good. Chris Taylor, who was dropped by 3 guys. Or Patty drafted him at 146. Dropped him 2 weeks into the season. Gordo picked him up. Dropped him 4 days after. Pete has him now. He should never have been dropped. He's a leadoff hitter on the Dodgers. He's not really playing great per se, but he's starting to heat back up a little bit. He's batting .238 on the year, averaging 4 points. Nice little second baseman to have on your team. Second basemen usually aren't guys who put up a tremendous amount of points, but a guy who has second baseman outfield eligibility, it's really big to have. Germán Marquez with 28. Syndergaard, 29 points off 2 starts. He got hammered, huh? No, he didn't get hammered. Oh, he got Atlanta hammered him for 10 hits. He should have gave up way more runs. He only gave up 3. He wound up getting the quality start against Atlanta. And then against Colorado for 18. Atlanta's offense is really good. They're probably like the second or third best offense in baseball right now. Just fucking crazy to think because they were horrible the past 2-3 years, even with Freddie Freeman. But now they have to actually pitch to Freddie Freeman because he has protection. Nick Markakis is just dropping bombs. Asdrubal Cabrera for 26. Bellinger for 26. I feel like Bellinger's been doing nothing. He's batting .280 still. 5th best first baseman, 4.4 points, no big deal. Kyle Gibson for 25. Pete, you still have him? Wow, he's not available. He's available. Kyle Gibson, someone pick him up right now. I can't pick him up. I don't have the room. Caleb Smith for 21. Really like what Caleb Smith's doing in Miami. Real high strikeout guy. Pitched real well against a bad team. That's what good pitchers usually do. They pitch well against bad teams. And then McCullers for 20. I'm getting too far down this list, but we know that Pete's team is real good. Didn't get to that 600-point mark that we usually say is going to be a winning week, but still got to 580. It's really solid week still. Patty Lindor absolutely fucking crushed this week. He played a doubleheader, which was really big for him because I think he had 2 or 3 home runs in that doubleheader. 2 home runs in the doubleheader. He scored 31 points in that one day. There was some really odd numbers in that doubleheader day. I'll go into talk about them, but some guys just had monster games, and they really inflated their weeks with it. Lindor comes out this week with 82 fantasy points, which is an absurd amount. We're not going to see a higher amount than that. He had 4 home runs on the week. He had 40 at bats on the week, which is fucking ridiculous. Archer for 45. Man, this guy Archer, he's just like so. He gets hammered, but he doesn't. It's weird. Gives up like blue pits. I feel like he has the worst luck in probably all of baseball. His FIP is probably really low. He's got a 5.32 ERA still after 2 really good starts. 19 and 26 points for both those starts against a little weaker opponents in Detroit and Toronto, but still you like to see the numbers going up after trading for a guy like that. He's your second highest scorer, so you should be happy about that. Blackmon for 45. The Blackmon always rocks. I think he has a lot of games coming up in Colorado. I think he has 10 home runs. Blackmon has 10 home runs on the road this year. He had 11 on the road last year. Now this guy's just hitting home runs on the road. He's got a really, really good shot for like 45 home runs, I think. Maybe 50 if he goes off in Colorado a couple series. But he definitely has a shot to hit a lot of fucking home runs. 11 home runs on the year. Like I said, 10 of those home runs have been on the road. Really, really surprising there. Tanner Roark for 2 starts for 44. Wade Davis for 33. Blake Trinan, 28. Longoria, 27. Cespedes, who's hurt, who's not hurt, who's hurt, who's not hurt. averaging 4.5 on the year, 25 points on the week. Tommy Pham, who had a mild abductor strain on his hip or some shit like that. He didn't play yesterday. He's a little banged up. Hope this guy stays healthy, man, because he is a fucking phenom. Only wound up playing a few games last week. Didn't play Cinco de Drinko. That's his holiday, too. Didn't play. JT Realmuto, who you traded for. You're in a little bind right now. You have two really good catchers. I wouldn't know who to start every single day. I think you almost have to start both of the guys every single day because they're both putting up respectable numbers. Anytime you have a player throwing up over 4.5, averaging over 4.5, 5 points a game, they're almost a must start. The only bad thing is they're catchers and they don't play every day, so you're really gonna have to be looking at it almost up to the hour before a game, before you start a guy. Also gonna suck because you have Cervelli playing at 1:00 a lot of times because he plays against Chicago. He's in that division, and you're gonna have him in your starting lineup, and you're gonna go out to lunch. You're gonna have a drink patty like you always do, and he's just not gonna be starting because it's a 1:00 game, and you didn't even notice because you're fucking drinking whiskey at 12:45 in Midtown Manhattan. But yeah, Patty, DeGrom hurt too. Kershaw hurt. You're in fucking trouble. You got to make a move almost. If you don't, you might as well just call it a year. I think DeGrom is going to be out for longer than one start. I think he's going to be out for a long time. The Mets just say things just to appease people. They're like, oh yeah, you know what? He's going to miss a start. Everyone's like, oh, he's going to miss a start. No. He's going to start. He's starting Monday. He's fine. He has a bullpen session. He's good. 10-day DL. Well, come on, Mets. Get a better training staff. You guys know if a guy is hurt or not. Do you guys have medical degrees? Because it makes me think you don't have a medical degree. It makes me think you have fucking Dr. Joey Shalom from fucking Long Island helping you guys out for the training staff. What is going on over here? Jesus. But yeah, DeGrom, 10-day DL, elbow injury. Hyperextended elbow, they're calling it. I don't know what the hell that is. Did he stretch his arm out too much? Did he stretch his arm out too much or what? I don't know. They're going to exercise it a little more. We'll see. They had the fucking Irish guy pitch yesterday. He pitched a fucking gem. PJ fucking Conlon. The first Irish ball player since Schmitty O'Shoes in 1944. He pitched a fucking good game, PJ Conlon. Did he get to win? Oh no, he did not pitch a good game. I saw in the first 2 innings he pitched a good game. The next inning he got fucking hammered. But PJ Conlon, good to see you in fucking pitching in the majors. It's a pretty cool thing to see a foreigner from Europe it doesn't happen anymore because in the 40s there was guys coming off the boat because there was a potato famine in Ireland. But it's good to see that. Next matchup, going right ahead, right true. A to the Rizzo versus the Chicago White Sox. Probably the matchup of the week here. 11 points decided the total. That's probably like a 3-run home run? That's going to decide it. And Michael Massey, you are led by Michael Trout with 73 some odd points. He only had 22 at-bats, and he put up 73 points. How the hell did he do that? What the... Well, he put up double digits every single day. That's how he did it. Holy shit. He's really good, Mike Trout. Probably not going to see anyone other than him besides Ronald Acuna. 73 points on 22 at-bats is absolutely absurd. And he only had two home runs to boot. That means his slugging percentage must have been through the roof because he must have all doubles and triples. Well, 2 triples, I see. So, pretty good week. JD Martinez for 56. He's averaging 6 points a game. Safe to say he loves fucking Boston. How many home runs? He's got 8 home runs on the year. He's batting .350. Andrelton Simmons for 53. He's averaging 6 points. 6 points a game. He was getting MVP votes last year, Andrelton Simmons. Not because he was hitting the ball spectacularly well. He was batting like .290, but he was the best fielder hands down. Shortstop, outfield, didn't matter. He was the best fielder. he kept them in a lot of games. He was making a web jam almost every single day. He's really fucking good, Andrelton Simmons. Great shortstop. Probably the best defensively. Top 10 hitting, probably. Really, really good season so far. Kevin Pillar, who's been on absolute tear this year, which I feel like he's done this before, Kevin Pillar, where he's had weeks that he just goes off, and then something happens in the Blue Jays lineup, and they wind up dropping him to 9, and he's a nobody from nowhere. He's had 49 points this week. I think he had over 40 last week as well. He's hitting for power. He's stealing bases. Could he be a 20-20 guy? Maybe. I think he's probably going to be like a 15-20 guy, 15-25 guy. I don't know. I don't think he has the power just yet. Could see him hitting about 10 to 15, let's say that. Eugenio Suarez coming off the DL extremely early. I think last week or 2 weeks ago. Breaks his thumb and just comes off the DL real quick. 36 points. He's averaging 6.2 on the young year for him because he hasn't seen as many at-bats. Rizzo for 36. Peraza for 31. I'm the one who fucking dropped Peraza. He's been pretty hot these past couple weeks. He started off really slow. He was going negative every game, and I was like, listen, I can't do this shit. Wound up dropping him, I think, for an arm. Hindsight, I think that was a bad drop, but looking at my team now, I don't even think I have a spot for him, to be honest. He's averaging 4.3 on the year. Rick Porcello, or should I say Cy Porcello? He's looking like a Cy Young candidate again. 5-0 on the year, 46 Ks, 2.14 ERA, .82 WHIP. Those numbers are really fucking good. I think he's doing it. He's a little over his head right now. Personally, I don't think he's that good of a pitcher, but you never know. He keeps stringing together these starts, and we're gonna have to consider him to be a top 10 guy. I think he's probably a top 20 guy, top 25 guy. Definitely don't see him in the top 10 just yet, but he's pitching really well. Miles Mikolas, this guy, I fucking love Miles Mikolas. His stash is horrible, but he's a good pitcher. Learned how to pitch in Japan. His past, we were making fun of Mike because he faced Cincinnati back-to-back weeks, and he had 2 really good weeks, but he follows that up against playing Pittsburgh for 24 and the Cubs for 25. He's entering like the top 30 right now, top 40. He's really fucking good, Miles Mikolas. He's not wild at all. He's not going to get a ton of strikeouts, but he's going to go deep into games. We've seen him go 6-7 innings almost every single start he's pitched. He doesn't get hit hard. He's a really good pitcher, I think. The strikeouts upside is very limited, but that's fine especially in a points league like this, where you get points for innings pitched, and you get 8.5 points for the quality start, which is big. I think he's going to be really valuable in this league. He's the 30th best pitcher right now. I think he's only going up though. Javi Baez for 23, averaging 6.7 points. He's a little dinged up. He's day to day. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Let's see. He exited last night's game. Right groin tightness. Oh boy, DL stint's coming. 10-day DL. Sorry, Javi. Oh, come on, get this out of here. Shut that shit off. And then Lester for 20. He's not doing so well this year. He's the 64th best pitcher right now. He's got a real low ERA. It's really weird. I'm not gonna look into it too much, but he's got a 2.84 ERA, but he's the 64th best pitcher. Did he miss some time? Maybe he missed some time. Nick Kingham goes down to AAA after a middling start against the Brewers. Option to AAA. This is what happens with these young guys. They go up at these pitchers. They don't like starting their clock too early. I don't know why. They go up and down, up and down. You look at Jack Flaherty in St. Louis. He has a start. Pitches really well first game of the year for him. 9 Ks, 5 innings. They bring him down. Wainwright gets hurt. He has a start. Doesn't pitch that well. Right back down. It's going to happen. Starting pitchers, this is what happens with the young guys. Going into Max and Tyler's team, AJ Pollock, huge launch angle guy, averaging 6.6 on the year, 63 on the week. He's fucking crushing. Completely changed his whole swing. He's changed his whole approach to the plate. He's not a leadoff guy anymore. He's batting 4. He's just taking big cuts all day, and he's taking uppercut swings as well. And it's really helping out for him. Doesn't matter if there's a Humidor in Arizona, he's still dropping bombs. 10 home runs on the year. Chris Sale for 61. Arenado, who's starting to heat up. And this is a dangerous guy when he heats up because he will put up 60 points every single week for like 3-4 weeks. He's got a nice series against LA in Colorado. He's averaging 5.5 on the year, 50 on the week. He scored. He's a guy to look out for, guys. Watch him shoot up everyone's fucking charts. Because this is what he does, Nolan. He just drops bombs, scores a lot of runs, drives in a lot of runs. Jorge Soler, where the hell did this guy come from? 47 points. I think he's batting 4 in probably one of the worst lineups in baseball, but he's playing real well right now. Jed Lowry for 35, cooling down a little bit, but he's still on fire. He didn't play yesterday. He's fine. Just didn't play. He's 34 years old. Wow. Didn't think he was that old. Walker Buehler? He's a fucking stud, Walker Buehler. Helped for that no-hitter. 6 innings pitched of no-hit baseball. 8 strikeouts. He's given up 10 hits, 17 base runners in 16 innings. Pretty good. That's a little bit over a 1 whip. I think he's the real deal, Walker Buehler. High strikeout guy. He's averaging over a strikeout an inning. Did that in the minors as well. Definitely think he's going to just continue to do it in the majors because the major leaguers strike out more than minor leaguers because they just take way different swings. And like I said, everyone has a different approach now. Everyone's just trying to hit the ball out of the yard. But he's pitching really well, Walker Buehler. Really like him a lot. Wouldn't mind trading for him. Don't mind giving up a bat for him. Xander Bogaerts for 29. Bogaerts comes back. Nice 29 points. Starlin Marte for 29. Carlos Santana for 26. Jose Abreu for 28. Yeah. That's about it. Max and Tyler, you're waiting on these guys to come back. I don't know if they're coming back anymore. Yadier Molina just goes down. You need a catcher now. You got to start making moves, guys. This is not the time to sit around, especially with your team. You have so many guys on the DL. You're just going to have to trade one of them. Murphy and Turner, you're going to get real good value, like I said, because they're inching their way back. They're going to be back really soon. Bumgarner, you'll get tremendous value with him. He's coming back probably in about 3 weeks' time. You got to make a move, guys, because you're way too hurt. And you're not going to win games. You don't have enough players on your team to win games. You have to have 10 starts a week. Did you have it this week? Yeah, did you have it this week? Yeah, you did. But you can't just be picking up guys left and right off the wire. There's been some days on a Saturday or Sunday where 2, 3, 4 teams have picked up guys on a Sunday, and there's no one left on that wire for starting pitching. So you guys got to make a move, I think. Next matchup, I beg your pardon, versus Glorious Ass. The two teams I don't ever want to see win, but one of them had to win, but I'm glad one of them lost. Gordo with 607, Jack, my mother's ass, with 659.9. Jack's team is clicking on all cylinders right now. You know your team is good when you have less points for and more points against. This kid has less points for and more points against, and he's still 4-1. He should be 1-4. It should be the exact opposite, but he's 4-1. He's in second place in my division. His team's looking really well. Everything's starting to pan out for him right now. There are guys playing over their head. Maybe, maybe not. The Nick Markakis of the world, I don't know, but he's been doing it for fucking a couple weeks now, and I can't really hate on him. I'm going to start, though, with Garrett Cole, who has been probably the best pitching story in baseball. Comes out of nowhere this year after being a middling guy in Pittsburgh. Gets traded for nothing. Trevor Bauer comes out on Twitter saying, "Oh, how do these guys have such high spin rates? It's not possible that you could just develop these spin rates." And I don't know what the hell they're doing. Like I said, is it the pitching coach? Are they juicing the ball up? They're sawing off fucking sides of the ball. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but they're doing something right there. He's averaging 37 points on the year, Cole. 77 strikeouts already. That is absurd to have that many strikeouts, and it's only May. He scored 70 points on the week. He had a complete game, 16 strikeout, shutout, one hitter. He's a fucking stud right now. It seems like every single one of his games he's gone for over 20 points, which is really hard to do for a starting pitcher because all you need is to give up 3-4 runs and that's about it. But he's gone quality start after quality start after quality start, going deep into games, 6-7 innings almost every game. He's a fucking stud right now. He's entering super ace territory. You give me another month of this and he's a super ace in my eyes. Mookie Betts for 58, best outfielder in baseball, averaging 8.3. He's been a little dinged up though. He's come out of a lot of games early, but it seems like he comes out of a game early and then he hits 3 home runs. He's got 2 3 home run games. Those completely juice up your stats. I mean, I know they're points, but they're juicing up his stats big time. I mean, he's averaging 8.3 points a game. He's basically 2 players. You could have 2 guys averaging 8.3, and you have Mookie Betts, who's averaging 8.3. So, the guy's putting up fucking numbers right now. Markakis for 57. He's averaging 6.3. Do I think he's the 5th best outfielder in baseball? No. Do I think he's going over his head a little bit? Yes, but he's on fire, and you have to start him. He's a plug and pop. You just keep putting him in the lineup. He's seeing a lot of pitches because Freddie Freeman is always on base. All these guys from 1, 2, 3, he bats 4. Everyone's always on base. They're always hitting. They have a really good offense. They have to pitch them because there's guys on base. He's seeing a lot of pitches. He's hitting the ball really well. He's like 40 years old, but he's still doing it. He has 6 home runs on the year, but he's going 2 3 hits every single game. You have 2 3 hits every single game. You're averaging way over 5 points every game. Greinke for 44. Trey Turner finally busting out for 41. Back-to-back real good weeks for Turner. Newcomb for 33 against the Mets. 8 strikeouts, no earned runs. Real good game pitched. Joey Gallo for 29. That's a guy I kind of want. I don't think I have anything to offer you, Jack, for him, but I would love him to be on my team. Josh Hader, he goes 2 2/3 innings, gets a save, has 8 strikeouts. 2 2/3 innings, that's 8 outs, 8 strikeouts. 24 points in one day he had. That's about all he did for the week, but still, he had 24 points in one game. You have a closer doing that, a reliever doing that, it's ridiculous. CC for 28. Has CC found the fountain of youth? I think so. He looks like a completely different pitcher this year. I think he realizes, hey, I don't have that overpowering stuff anymore. I can't strike guys out as much. Let me just let him hit it. I have a pretty solid defense behind me. Let me just let him hit it. His Ks are really down, but that's fine. If he's gonna go 6-7 innings, he's pitching really well. His last 3 starts in particular, 26, 24, 28, against 2 really good offenses in Cleveland and the Angels, and then 1 middling one against Minnesota. But yeah, he's pitching really well. Who's this? Tim Anderson for 25. I don't think you should own him, Jack. Wilmer Defoe, 25. I don't think you should own him, Jack. Josh Bell for 24. George Springer, 23. Chris Stratton, 22. Masahiro Tanaka-san, 20 points. He pitched a great game against Houston. Got a little bit unlucky in that last inning he pitched. Gives up 2 hits a batter, and then fucking they just score all these runs behind him. Didn't get the win, which kind of sucked for him, but he pitched really good that game. Yeah. And then Gordo's team, Scherzer, does his thing again like he always does. 2 starts, 2-star pitcher. Anytime he's on 2 starts, you're going to see him throw over 60 points. That's what I've been saying for a long time. He's going to go 60 to 100. That's what you're going to see every time he has 2 starts. 67.8 points. Only had 1 win, though. Let's see why. I don't know why. He only had 1 win, though. I mean, against Pittsburgh, he was 6 1/3 for 2 runs. Philly, 6 1/3 for 1 run. Gets a win in one, gets a no decision in the other. Edwin Encarnacion, the weather's starting to heat up. His batting average is starting to creep towards 200. Okay, I like what he's doing. Dropping bombs, 46 points on the week. He was one of those guys with that doubleheader. Let's see what he did. He scored 30 points in that doubleheader. 3 home runs in that doubleheader as well. You're scoring 30 points in 2 games. That's really fucking good. But there was other guys, and I'll keep talking about those other guys. Starlin Castro for 45. What the fuck did he do this week? Well, he went off. He's averaging 3.8 on the year, but he had 45 points on the week, which is surprising. James Paxton for 42. Nick Castellanos for 35. Whit Merrifield for 34. Adam Ottavino getting a save. Wow, is he the new closer there? Oh, no, he was filling in for Wade Davis. But he's a great arm to have for a reliever spot. Would love if he had SP eligibility, which would be perfect for him. Because I don't think he's going to score as many points. Not anymore, but his numbers are really through the roof right now. He's going to have one appearance where he gives up a run or two, and it's going to fuck up all his numbers, I think. But, I mean, he's got 35 Ks, and I don't know. He's pitched less than 35 innings. I know that. He probably pitched like 17 innings, and he has 35 strikeouts. Those numbers are a little inflated. And he plays in Colorado, so that really doesn't help. But he has wipeout stuff. His slider is absolutely ridiculous, which is really surprising because usually guys in Colorado who throw breaking pitches are usually not that good. But I don't know. His pitches look like a wiffle ball right now. Brad Hand for 31. Bryant for 29, averaging 5.7 on the year. Real tough injury scare with him. He's fine, though. He's still dropping bombs. Brandon Belt for 27. Another guy I would love. He's averaging 4.9 on the year. Fourth best first baseman right now. First base isn't doing that well this year. A lot of guys down. I don't care that David Fizdale is going to be announced as the Knicks head coach. MSG app, I really don't care about that. They're horrible, the Knicks. They're going to be bad for another 5 to 10 years. I'm done with them, okay? I'm a huge Cleveland Cavaliers guy. LeBron James is the best player of all time. Josh Donaldson coming back with a fucking bomb. 24.4 points. Good to see him back. Had a little bulky shoulder. He's fine though. He's another guy. 26 points in the doubleheader. There was like 5-6 guys who had over 25 points in the doubleheader. It was ridiculous. Teoscar Hernandez, for 22. Marcell Ozuna for 22. Cardinals bats are really cooling down. Him and Jose Martinez are doing horrible right now. Ozuna only averaging 3.4 on the year. He's striking out a ton. He's not walking at all. I don't know what it is, but his walk rate is really, really down. Bregman for 20. Bregman, man, he's just really disappointing me. He's batting low in the lineup too. We thought he was going to be high in the lineup, batting like 1 or 2, but he's not because they just love batting Altuve second and Gurriel fourth, which I have no clue why. But what are you gonna do? Definitely could see it changing eventually. Bregman heating up for a week or two and they bump him up. Definitely could see that. Hanran for 18, cooling off a little bit. He started off absurdly high. He's the best I thought it said first baseman, but it's DH. Best DH right now. It's all right. Keuchel for 17, pitched really well yesterday for 26. Fernando Romero. This kid's looking like a really good pickup, Gordo. Like I said, you're gonna see teams picking up these guys that are coming up from the minors that no one's ever heard of, that are the 7th, 8th, 9th best prospects in their organization, and they're still coming up and they're producing. This guy Romero pitched a real good game last night. I know it's not last week, but he pitched a real good game last night. Only had 16.5 points his first start, but he pitched real well. Walk rate is definitely is high, but definitely nothing crazy. He hasn't given up a run yet. His FIP is way higher than his ERA because that's what happens. But he's pitching real well right now. I don't know. I never heard of this guy even before this year. But looking at his stuff, he has really good stuff. Averaging 24 on the year. Definitely could see him being a real good pickup. We remember Berrios coming up like 2 years ago. And he was like the gift of God. Like he was supposed to be the best minor league pitcher. And he came up and he fucking did garbage. It just happens with some of these pitchers. I mean, even you look at Nick Kingham, he's the 13th best prospect in the organization. He, first start of his career, he throws he helps in throwing 6 fucking no-hit innings. But yeah, like I said, the no-hitters are through the roof right now. This is getting ridiculous. There's been 2 no-hitters already this season. There's going to be fucking 3 or 4 more, I think. It's absolutely ridiculous what's going on. Yeah, the Manaea coming down to earth with 5.5 against Seattle. Good offense. Can't really blame him. Next final matchup: Jay Jerkin Goose versus La Familia. Jose Mats fucking killing it again. What do you have? High points on the week, 689. I think that was high points on the week. 689 high points on the week. Here we go. Jose Mats. Verlander for 66. This guy is fucking pitching amazing. Just another Houston pitcher cheating his way. You look at his numbers in Detroit. Towards the end, they weren't that good. As he was about to get traded, they started to trend up a little bit. And then when he got to Houston, the numbers went through the roof. He's been the best pitcher in baseball since he's been traded. His ERA is like a 1.7 since he got traded last year. Since July of last year or whenever he got traded, he through the postseason, this guy is averaging fucking 9-10 strikeouts a game. And he's still throwing 98 miles an hour with a running fastball. Something's up, man. I'm telling you, there's something fucking up over there. He's got a 1.17 ERA on the year, .71 WHIP, 70 strikeouts. This guy's an old man, and he's doing this. We just sees like it just looks like every single game he pitches, he's having 8 or 9 strikeouts. And if you're gonna do that, you're gonna be one of the top 10 pitchers in baseball. This guy's entering super ace territory right now. He was a super ace in the past. He had a couple down years in Detroit, and now he's re-entering super ace territory. You don't see guys really do that too much. Maybe the super aces, maybe they're changing. There's a changing of the guard there. Maybe Kershaw's not a super ace anymore. Maybe, possibly. I'm not saying it is, but he does have that bicep tendonitis. He might be out an extended period of time. If he is out an extended period of time, I wouldn't mind throwing him out of that super ace territory. And then we need 1 or 2 guys maybe to fill his spot. But like I said, there's 4 super aces. Sale, Kluber, Scherzer, and Kershaw. There's 4 of them. That's it. Those are the guys you depend on. They can get you 10 strikeouts every single game they pitch. But like I said, Verlander looks like one of those guys right now. I'm going to give him another month. I'm going to look at his stats in a month. And then we're going to see. Hang on a sec. No. Eduardo Escobar for 58. What the fuck? Batting 309 on the year. What? Hang on. Yeah, this guy Eduardo Escobar is fucking hitting out of his mind right now. It is because of a BABIP that is 70 points higher than his career average. Might be doing it above his head a little bit. But you look at all his other numbers, his slugging percentage is up 100 points. His WOBA is up over 100 points. He's fucking crushing right now. What is he averaging on the year? 5.9 on the year. It's pretty good for a third base shortstop guy. Especially a shortstop guy averaging that much. Trevor Barrow for 54. 2-star pitcher for 54. Very nice 2 starts. Pitched against the Yankees. Got in a little trouble there. 8 strikeouts, though. Come on. He's another guy, 54 strikeouts. This guy, he is the one who called up the Astros. Glad he did, because now everyone's looking at the Astros, and that's what I want to see. They're not that good. They're not winning games, which is really surprising. The way their pitchers have been pitching, they're still not winning games. I think they're in second or third place in their division right now, too. So, really weird that they have 2 guys pitching completely out of their mind, bonkers, and they're not 10 games over 500, which I think they should be. D. Gordon, 41 points, batted 500 on the week. This guy, he definitely learned how to hit. I'm not kidding. He's batting 343 on the year, 5.4 averaging on the year. Matt Kemp for 37. What year is it? I don't know, but he should not be owned, but he had a real good week. Steven Strasburg for 34. Carlos Correa, 32. Roberto Ozuna, 30. Fucking Kevin Gausman, you bastard. Complete game, shutout. Only 30 points, which is weird. Oh, he didn't factor into this decision. He didn't get the complete game. Oh my god, that is absolutely horrible. Should have been way more points than the 30. Should have been, what? Complete game is 10. Shutout is 10. Should have been about 50 some odd points. He only got 30 out of it. He's pitching really well, Kevin Gossman, since I dropped him. I think he needed new scenery. Really wasn't fitting in the casino. Wasn't a big gambler. Wasn't a drinker. Didn't smoke. He didn't fit in. He had one start for my team. We said, listen, things aren't working out. Dropped him like a sack of potatoes. Definitely shouldn't have fucking dropped him though. Really mad I did. I think we could have fit him in somewhere. Maybe working in the restaurant. Maybe working in the entertainment sector of the casino. But listen, we fuck up sometimes. Definitely need that spot though. That one reliever, the one starting spot I need that I keep rotating out. I would love for him to be that guy, but he's not, unfortunately, because I'm an idiot. John Gray for 28. He's got a 5 ERA. I'm not really sold on John Gray just yet. It hurts starting in Colorado. You have to be really lucky starting there. And he hasn't been that good, let's face it. He had a real good start last week. But you look at some of these other starts. 3 straight starts, 0.1, 5.6, minus 6.4. 2 starts at home. 1 start against the Nationals on the road. He had negative points for 3 weeks, which really didn't help his cause out at all. J. Mark Candelario for 22. Lance Lynn for 26. All of his guys just threw up over 20 points, it looks like. When I'm looking at his list and I'm looking at Jay's list, Jay's at 14 and he's at 20. And it goes like that for a long time. So, Jose, good game. Way to fucking play. Started off really, really hot. You're in first place in that shitty-ass division at 3-2. Yeah, that division sucks. We're going to see, I think the second place team is going to have more wins. Second place team in my division is going to have more wins than the other division. The first place team. And then finally, Jay, you're jerking everyone. You've been jerking, guys. Gotta respect it. Nice 602. Should win. Should win. Don't win. Tough loss. Severino with 59. Complete game. Shutout. 10 Ks against Houston in a statement game. He threw that last pitch. He was fucking pumped. I love seeing that. Even in May, I still love seeing that. He's pitching real well right now. He's, the 6th best starting pitcher right now. Holy shit, Severino. Never thought I would see the day he would be. Yangervis Solarte, another guy we talked about that the doubleheader really helped him. Yeah, how about 48 points for a doubleheader? 2 home runs. He went 8 for 10 in the doubleheader. 58 points on the week. Eddie Rosario for 50 points. The Twins, I think they're doing their thing again. Like last year, their offense just fucking clicked out of nowhere with Buxton, Eduardo Escobar, and Eddie Rosario. Those guys just started hitting the shit out of the ball. We might see this happen right now because I think Buxton's on his way back. McCutchen for 42. Upton for 39. Tyler Anderson with a surprising 31. Who did he pitch against? Against Chicago, in Chicago for 31 points. Real nice start. Tough start, but good start. Machado for 29. Judge for 24. Bettis for 22. Salvador Perez coming back for 30. Good to see him back in a horrible lineup, but he's still going to produce. Stroman sucks. 18 points on the week. I'm just so disappointed in Marcus Stroman. He's not the pitcher I thought he would turn out to be. Does he go to the minors? I don't know. He's got a 7.52 ERA. Maybe he needs to change the scenery like Kevin Gossman does.